सॉरी क्या हो गया? There was some problem, children. Once again, I'm sharing screen. Don't worry. Have little patience. Okay, now it's okay. Visible, audible, all well. No problem. Raise your hand, children. So, okay, fine. So let's continue the story. So we were discussing that why Johnsy, she was not happy because she has actually connected her life with that ivy creeper leaves. As we all know that what happened, that the obviously it's a touching story. I told you about it, that how basically Johnsy, she feels that her life is connected to that ivy creeper. When the story started, she is quite ill. She is suffering from pneumonia, and we all know that what happened. The doctor, despite giving her proper medical treatment, obviously, and regular visit, she was not getting well. Two friends, Sue and Johnsy, they are living together in a rented apartment. Johnsy is having pneumonia and she has lost her desire to live. And she announces that she would die when the last leaf fell off. And she kept on looking out of the window where there is an ivy creeper. And it's a very natural phenomenon that in the season of fall, the ivy creeper is shedding its leaf. There is nothing new about it. It's a common thing. It is a season of fall, and that can be okay. Later on, I will answer all these questions, not now. We just focus on the chapter. Fine. So basically, what happened, that she has connected her life with that creeper, and which is a common thing because leaves are keep on falling. And then one day, when doctor visits her place, he is surprised to see that Johnsy is not recovering, and that is why he asks Sue. He simply tells her that I know the reason, as if she has given her hope and she did not want to leave. Now Sue is worried. She is very close friend of her. She loves her so much. And then she finds her that she is actually counting something. A backward counting is being done. She inquires that what are you counting? And then John C says that basically I'm counting these leaves, that when the last leaf will fall, I will also die. And now I'm sick of living like this. So I also want to die with this, last leaf. And now Sue is actually upset. She scolds her also. And she says, oh, that's nonsense. What have old ivy leaves to do with your getting well? The doctor is confident that you will get better. And I told you in the previous class also that everything is there in your mind. It is all about your willpower. It is all about your determination, because doctor will do their job fine. Proper medication is always required if you really want to get well. But you would have heard that doctor also says that you have to also show your effort, specifically not only physical power but your mental power. And that is why doctor was disappointed to see that she is not trying anything from her side. And when Sue inquired, she found that why she is suffering from a superstition, and that was that when the last leaf will fall, she will also die. Anyway, she scolds her and she says that it's a nonsensical thought. She should not think like this. But Chauncey did not say anything. Although Sue went and brought her a bowl of soup, but she refused to drink it. She said, I'm not hungry. I'm only waiting for that moment because only 4 leaves are left and I want to see the last one fall before it gets dark. Then I will sleep forever. Now, Sue simply want to divert her mind, and that's why she decided to paint in her room. Two reasons were there. First of all, that she want to divert her attention from that stupid thing which she has been thinking about. And secondly, that she also needed money because for their survival and for Johnson's proper medical treatment. So she said, okay, you are not going to die. I can't draw the curtain for I need the light. I want to finish the painting and get some money for us. Please, my dear, she requests, you can see in the picture, she requests that please, my dear friend, she begged Johnsy, promise not to look out of the window while I paint. All right. Johnsy, although she was having that thought in her mind that she will keep on looking, but she said, okay, all right, finish your painting soon, for I want to see the last leaf fall. I'm tired of waiting. I have to die. So let me go away peacefully like one of those poor tired leaves. And as I told you, that she has given all her hope because she was going through a great superstitious belief. She simply says, no, I'm tired of waiting. She has related her string of life to that ivy creeper leaves. And she says, I'm tired of waiting. I have to die. So please let me die peacefully. Anyway, try to sleep, said Sue. I have to paint an old miner. I will call Behraman up to be my model. Now we are, Girdhar, don't do this. I can see it. Your name is visible. Now, what happens that Behraman, basically, he is actually a great painter who is living on the ground floor. Now, he has a dream. He is a 60-year-old painter, and his lifelong dream, yesterday, I told you about it, that his lifelong dream was to paint a masterpiece, but that had remained a dream. So Behraman is again a new character in the story who had a dream. Basically, these kind of people who are great artists, they want to create a masterpiece so that even after death, even after decades and many, many centuries, people will remember them. Like just we all remember Michelangelo, Mona Lisa. We have a lot of examples, Picasso, Monet. So because they have created such a masterpiece that still people remember their name. He too had a desire that he before his death, he's 60 years, quite an age, and he had a desire that he want to die after creating a masterpiece, but his dream has not been fulfilled. So what is he doing? Anyway, let's see what he will create. Sue poured out her worries to Behraman. So she went downstairs and explained everything to him. She explained him that how Johnsy, she has given her hope, and now she feels that she will die very soon because you all know what happened, because that she basically she has connected her life to that death, okay, and to that ivy creeper, so she know about it. She told everything, how Johnsy was convinced that she would die when the last leaf fall, and everything that even despite giving her a proper medical treatment, even doctor has given hope because she is determined. She's not using her willpower and power, and she is determined that she will die when the last leaf will fall. Is she stupid? Asked Behraman. How can she be so foolish? Now, that is a common concern. Whoever will listen to this stupid remark, they all will have the same concern. So, even Behraman was surprised, perplexed. He was startled that how can she be such a foolish girl? Who is a nice girl, an artist, a painter? How she has given hope. Life is so beautiful. Life is so precious. It's a gift from God. How can one correlate with this stupid, superstitious belief? Anyway, she is running a high temperature compared to. She refuses to eat or drink, and that worries me a lot. But Sue was genuinely a close and a good friend. And she's also a good hearted girl. So she says she's showing her concern for her friend. You know what happened, that she has refused to eat or drink because obviously if she will not eat, she will not drink, she will not take her medicine, and then that is also required. Her mental power, willpower, determination is required, but simultaneously she needed to eat or drink. And that is actually worrying Sue. So Sue says that I'm genuinely worried for her. Okay, I will come with you and see Johnsy, Behraman said. He was a kind-hearted, great artist, a nice human being also. He said, fine, I will come and let me talk to her. They tiptoed into the room. Tiptoed means quietly entered into the room because they did not want to disturb Johnsy. She was sleeping, and so they entered very quietly. Johnsy was sleeping. Sue drew the curtains together and they went to the next room. So Sue did not want to disturb. Thank God she was sleeping. Sleep is also required when you are not well. So she was sleeping and she simply drew the curtains together. Okay, she made the room dark and they went to the next room. Pehraman and Sue. She peeped out through the window. There was only one leaf on the creeper. Now she also looked out of the window because she also wanted to see that which how many leaves are there because only four leaves were there when she left the room. And then to her surprise, she saw that there was only one leaf on the creeper. Oh God, oh my God, now what will happen if this last leaf will fall? Definitely she will lose all her hope. And obviously, your mind is actually, it governs your entire body, physical body also. So she knows that if she will lose her hope, she will definitely succumb, she will surrender before death, and she will die. And the weather was also deteriorating continuously. It was raining heavily, and an icy cold wind was blowing. Yes, it was raining heavily, so weather was also not favorable that this last leaf will not fall. It was raining and icy cold wind was blowing. It seemed as though the leaf would fall any minute now. And Sue was also very much worried to see the condition of the weather and the frame of Johnson's mind. She also thought that if this last leaf would fall any minute now, it will fall because of this condition, weather's condition. And if it will fall, what will happen? Johnsy will definitely lose all her hope and she will surrender herself before death. Behriman did not say a word. Behriman was also worried because you cannot change the mindset of these kind of people who had actually given their hope. So he was also quite obviously worried also because he also did not, he was knowing that he cannot move away, he cannot, that silly thought of that girl. So he also was worried, but he was quiet, as if he was thinking something, as if he was planning something. He went back to his room and Johnsy woke up. Now, we all know Johnsy woke up next morning in a feeble voice, weak voice. Obviously, physically she was not well, mentally she was not well, she was not eating, she didn't take her medicine. So her voice was also very weak. And she asked Sue to draw the curtains. Harsh, don't do this. Okay? So she asked Sue to draw the curtains. Sue was nervous. Why Sue was nervous? Because Sue was knowing that due to this heavy rain and icy cold wind, definitely that last leaf has fallen. And she was nervous that if she will draw the curtain and if Johnsy will see that there is no leaf remaining on the ivy creeper, she will definitely lose all her hope and she will surrender. Anyway, but she drew back the curtains very reluctantly. She did not want to, reluctantly, she did not want to draw the curtain, but without any feeling, without any thought. And, basically, so she draw the curtain as if she did not want to do, but she did that. She has to do that. Anyway, oh, Sue exclaimed as she looked at the vine creeper. Look, there is still one leaf on the creeper. It looks quite green and healthy in spite of the storm and the fierce wind. So the moment she drew the curtain, she was excited and happy to see. Why she was happy, what she saw, why she was so happy that, just again, I'm repeating this line. Sue exclaimed as she looked at the vine creeper, look, there is still a leaf on the creeper. And not only there was a leaf, it looks quite green and healthy. In spite of the storm and the fierce winds, it didn't fall. let's continue. So she was happy because they were actually very much unhappy to see that how she has succumbed before the death, but they are happy that still there is a green leaf. So it looks quite green and healthy. In spite of the storm and the fierce winds, it didn't fall. That was the wonderful thing. They were genuinely happy to see that the last leaf has not fallen. OMG, good, such a nice thing happened. I heard the wind last night, said Johnsy. I thought it would have fallen. It will surely fall today, then I will die. But oh God, this girl is not going to change her attitude. Last night there was such a great wind, chilly weather, but still, and it did not fall. But again, this negative, this pessimistic girl, she is not happy. She said, yes, Johnsy said that she had heard the winds the previous night. She had thought that the leaf would definitely fall. But again, she said, oh, if it did not fall yesternight, then I'm sure today it will fall and I will definitely die. Now, how can you change the mental status of these kind of people who are so negative, full of pessimism? You won't die, said Sue energetically. But Sue is now charged with hope. She is quite optimistic. She said, no, you are not going to die. You have to live for your friends. What would happen to me if you die? And like a very sweet friend, Sue simply convinced her, consoled her, no, you are not going to die, because now she too had a strength. Maybe yesterday she was also worried that how she has connected her life with this ivy creeper. But now when she saw that despite that, bad weather, the leaf did not fall, Sue was quite hopeful and she said, no, you are not going to die. You have to live for your friends. And she also said, what would happen to me if you will die? So, my dear friend, I know you are not going to die. But Johnsy, she knew it very nicely that she will die. Anyways, children, so I think the time is getting over. Tomorrow we will again